As an American, I can attest to the fact that this country is pretty crazy, and there's always something that's going on that would never happen in any other country. And now that we're in a new year, I would like to take a look back on the past 12 months at some notable moments that stuck out to me specifically. I know I'm probably missing some vital things that happened. I'm sorry, I just have a terrible memory, so if there's anything that I miss you think should have deserved a spot in this video, let me know in the comments below, and let's begin. Now first we have Hawk Tuah. This was quite possibly the dumbest thing I've ever seen, or at least in a while. It's one of those things where if you jokingly say it to make fun of it, it's actually funnier than the saying itself. If you've been out of touch from the media, let me explain what I'm talking about. There's a YouTube channel called Tim and D TV, and they made a video going around interviewing people, asking them certain questions. Some of them were freaky, and when this girl decided to answer this question with this:
what's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing, you get me?
For some reason, she became famous, and even started a podcast called Talk Tuah. I don't know why we're acting like she invented the phrase Hawk Tuah, and even if she did, why is this such a monumental moment? She literally got more famous than the YouTubers that recorded her because she made an oral sex joke. That's insane. And look, I'm not hating on her directly. I'm hating on society for making her famous because of that. I have no hate for her, only envy, as many would agree, because she got rich and famous from literally no effort at all. Well, then again, Sexy Red exists, so it's not uncommon for this to happen. Coming up next is Diddy.
I beg your pardon?
And everything that has to do with what was discovered in his mansion. So on March 25th, the Department of Homeland Security raided his mansion after multiple allegations of abuse and sexual assault, and what they found there after raiding his mansion was evidence for his freak-offs. And no, I'm not making this word up, this was literally the official word that was used in the news headlines, and I'm pretty sure you can assume what these are. These freak-offs lasted literally all day, and some of them allegedly included minors. Now I'm not going to go too deep into this, but I will go over a little list of things that were discovered here. Thousands of bottles of baby oil and lube were found in his mansion. And the craziest thing was Diddy tried to cover this up and make it not look weird by saying he bought it in bulk at Costco. And the nearby Costco that he bought it from came out saying that they don't even sell lube or baby oil. There were also AR-15s scattered throughout the mansion. But the craziest thing that I think was found was a 50-foot long bed to accompany him and his freak-offs. Also, Diddy did not try to keep any of this that much of a secret. Everything was hidden in plain sight, but we just didn't know at the time. And here's some examples of what I'm talking about.
Happy 50th. Y'all know y'all gonna have to turn up tonight, right? All right now. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Y'all know how y'all was doing it back in 64. Dancing.
You know, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Gotta keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
yeah.
Rock with me, but just check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Yeah.
Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot?
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
No.
Why is that?
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects, like, you know, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose.
Now for the next one, I feel like this one should be in the video because this was a crazy moment on YouTube. I'm on YouTube frequently, and this was probably the most shocking moment of the year, for me at least. Nikocado Avocado not actually being fat. Now, if you're sitting to yourself saying, really? That's what made the list? Yes, it did. Come on, this is America. This is the stuff that entertains us. But if you don't know about it, and if you haven't seen my video where I was talking about it, basically 2 years ago, Nikocado Avocado recorded a bunch of videos to be spread out across the following 2 years, and in the meantime he was working out every day, but no one knew this the whole time, and we still thought he was morbidly obese until he comes up with this video. And apparently he's actually 3 steps ahead, and that video was also slightly pre-recorded because now he has plastic surgery. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with him now, but I just thought that was a pretty crazy moment for YouTube and definitely won't be forgotten. I didn't say this, but none of these are in any specific order, but some honorable mentions that are pretty noteworthy: the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, Trump nearly getting assassinated on live TV, Florida getting DP'd by Hurricane Milton, and then Hurricane Helene less than 2 weeks later, the Menendez brother trial being brought back up, Jimmy Carter dying, KSI's song The Thick of It that will never be forgotten off the face of YouTube, and in 10 years will probably be nostalgic.
What the hell?
And finally, Luigi's Mansion, or however you say his name, allegedly killing the CEO of United Healthcare. Now this last one might be a bit controversial, let me introduce you to the 2024 Biden versus Trump presidential debate. Now, there's a lot to unpack here, and regardless of if you like either of them, it was pretty historical. And by historical, I mean horribly executed to the point that we will never forget it. It was basically like the epic rap battles of history was happening right in front of us. And while this was pretty hilarious, it is kind of demotivating because if you look back at debates that have happened decades ago, it was civil and they tried to agree more than they disagreed. But nonetheless, that doesn't mean this wasn't absolutely hilarious. Now I'm just going to show a little video clip of some exchanges that were made, and then I'll stop before I get people yelling at me in the comments.
If we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare.
And he told me, he said, I don't want to go in there because they're a bunch of losers and suckers. My son was not a loser, was not a sucker. You're the sucker. You're the loser. And what we can do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
You owe civil penalties for molesting a woman in public, or doing a whole range of things, of having sex with a porn star on the night while your wife was pregnant. Oh! What are you talking about?
Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Like I said, if I missed any notable things that I should have mentioned in this video, let me know in the comments. I have a terrible memory. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I think we can make it happen very soon. If you all want to support me, or if you're already subscribed, thank you for supporting me. If you have any suggestions for other videos you want me to make, let me know in the comments. And with that being said, I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.